every Wednesday at 7 a.m. for the Radiant Mind Meditation with Dr. John Gray, the #1 trusted relationship expert, the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. What many people don't know is that John Gray spent 9 years as a celibate monk and the personal assistant to the founder of Transcendental Meditation. During this time, he learned powerful meditation practices and techniques, which he has developed and refined for the last 50 years. He now brings us his resonance, wisdom, and energy every week on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. on the Soul Search Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Join us every Wednesday. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, John. Thank you for joining us today for the Radiant Mind Meditation with Dr. John Gray. We're happy to have you here. This is a weekly meditation that John leads us in to take us to higher levels of consciousness, go through different levels of healing and transformation. And we're really happy to have you here, John. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Angela, and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be doing a meditation around feelings of abandonment. There's always, I can't say for everybody because I don't know everybody, but when I'm as a counselor, there's always times in a person's life where they feel alone, they feel left, and there's an experience of feeling oneness, and then you're alone, and that's an ecstatic feeling. But then there's feeling alone and oneness without connection to everyone, and that on an emotional level can be felt as abandonment. And it's good to become familiar with that phrase. Some people aren't familiar with it, some people are. It generally comes up when we're feeling rejected, when we feel hurt. We all have a go-to whenever something is not positive inside of us, we're in pain or distress, is that we often go, I feel hurt. And the feeling associated with hurt sometimes is I feel not seen, not heard, not understood, not appreciated, not supported. All of those experiences, which are the major causes of stress in our lives, is from one perspective, is feeling abandoned. And in these meditations, what we do is we connect with our source, the divine, and we just have the intent, dear God, our hearts are open to you. Come, fill us with your healing energy, your love energy, your light energy. Bless our days, bless our family. That's intention. So what's our intention? Help me have a deep, beautiful healing meditation. And if you notice, for those who are just joining the first time, I typically start out with just the hands up in the air, arms out, come to the shoulders, hands come together. It's just involving this particular style of meditation with bodily movements. And I think of it as like a dance movement. You would just do a dance, you'd have your basic movements. And I've been doing these movements for years and years, so I don't even have to do anything in my mind. I can just do the movements and my body already goes into a deep meditative state. Because I associate this with dear God, arms up in the air, arms out. I open myself to you. I open my heart to you. Welcome. I welcome feeling for a friend that comes in. That this is God. This is the universe. Just have a sense of the awesomeness of God, that presence. Then our hearts are open to you. Or if I'm doing it alone, my heart is open to you. Then hands coming in, come. Or you can say, please come. Be polite. You go, please come in. And then slowly bring your hands together. Now, this slowly bringing the hands together is, it's your attention comes to the now. This is similar to many people when they meditate. It's a good process. It's check in with their breathing. They just notice the breathing. Always an easy way to settle down is to begin to breathe. Now, ironically, when we're stressed, we hold our breath. So to start letting go of the stress is to consciously be aware of the breath, the air that flows in through the nose, into the body, comes out. We can do that for a moment as a preparation. So many different systems we use: breathing, air. And once again, we're anchoring ourselves with an element, a natural element. The air is one of the natural elements in the universe. It's a beautiful frequency just to tune into the air and how it flows into the body, comes out of the body. You can try this right now, which is with our eyes closed. Just notice the tip of your nose as the air comes in. And then exhale. And then inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And this time, as we do the breathing, notice not just the tip of the nose, but the top of the nose between the forehead. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. This time, be aware of the whole sinuses inside the head. So you've got your tip of your nose, the top of the bridge, and then the sinuses all up into the forehead and behind, like the size of a fist on both sides. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Such a powerful way, and we could continue, but we're not, to just relax in your breathing and imagine it coming down into your lungs and then all the way down into your belly. So that's a breathing meditation. Today we're integrating this awareness as we tune into the subtle frequencies. Already we start to go deep into a relaxed state. We want to bring words into it. I like to engage the whole brain. So the intention is, dear God, our hands up in the air. Our hearts are open to you. Please come. Hands come together. We set our intention. Fill us with love and light. Fill us today with your healing energy. Send your healing angels to surround us. It's a nice intention. It's a good feeling. And notice the energy between your hands. It's like awareness of the subtle. And feel the energy. Just be aware of that. Be aware of the surface of your skin, of your palms, that sometimes can help your mind shift from the gross level, the hardness of things, to the subtleness, the energy that's within things. And then we make an offering. Now, in life, your offering could be lighting a candle, fire. We started with breathing, using the air to breathe. Last week we did bars of gold, matching bars of gold, 44 bars of gold for the abundance meditation, using gold. I shared some stories about that to create abundance in your life. So as your hands are out, today we're going to imagine light, 1,000 candles. So just with your hands out, use the light, use this fire to fill us with your love, and light. So it's building an intention. It's God, we welcome you. Come, our hearts are open to you. We welcome you. Fill us with your healing energy, and hands out. Use this light, use this fire. And we just start building candles around you in your awareness. Using this fire, fill us with your love and light. Fill us with your healing energy. Bless this day. Bless our lives. Bless the changes in my life today. Help to open my heart even more, to trust, to love, to feel at ease. With that intention, just continue to imagine the candles, another one, another one, another one. Imagine I saw a video once of a cave of a yogi in the mountains. It was for TV. But they put like 1,000 candles. It could look very dramatic. In your mind, just imagine 1,000 candles. Building those candles, repeating the phrase, using these candles, fill us with your love, your light, your healing energy. That's our intention. This is intention meditation. Just to set an intention and then relax for a moment. Feel the energy starting to build in your hands, your fingertips. There. Imagine these candles all around you, light. In India, where I did study, they would have fires, big fires, during ceremonies where they would chant prayers, put things into the fire. Today, we're putting into the fire all the negative energy in our life. Whatever's coming up for us, we just let it go into the fire. Using this fire, using this light, allow us to go deep now into the darkness of our feelings of abandonment, feelings of aloneness. That's part of our intent, to heal that. So rather than feeling lonely, hurt, not seen, not supported, rather than those feelings, we let them go to feel a sense of oneness, that we are seen, that we are heard, that we are loved, that we're not alone, and that we're needed in this world. And just feel your hands lighting up, lighting up. So that's the 4 movements. Dear God, our hearts are open to you. Come, fill us with your love, healing energy. Send your angels. Use this light. Use the fire to fill us up. And then our next movement, and that intention, it's like building one thought on another, on another. We swing our hands around like this. And circling. I'm going to do it so you can see. You can open your eyes like this. But now arms are just going out and coming down. And that's symbolic of bringing in the support, calling in the angels. Come on in right now, using these candles, this light. Fill us with your love and light. Now, when you do these practices at home, you can actually light a candle in front of you, or light several. So with this movement right now, using these candles, the light, send your angels of light to fill us with your healing energy, your love and light. Right now. Using this light, fill us with healing energy. Send your angels of light. Surround us in front, to the right, to the left, and from behind. Using the light, surround us with your loving light. We're not feeling alone, but we're surrounded by a healing space, the presence of love there. The presence of love. You're not alone. You're safe. As children, we have that natural feeling, mother's at home. And that's the movement of calling it into the now. And then my hands are coming down. You can open your eyes again. Hands are coming. They flip open. Just flip open. Just an openness. So that's the seventh move. As the energy comes all the way down from the heavens to the base of the spine, basically, we're going to each one is opening, putting attention on the different energy centers as we come down, palms open to the base of our spine, energy pouring down with a feeling of gratitude. We're not alone, that we have what we need in this moment to take us to our next moment, to take us to our next moment. One moment at a time, everything's okay. Right now, be aware of your fingertips lighting up using the candle frequency, surrounded by this loving presence. Feeling not alone, feeling surrounded by love, a comforted feeling. In a sense, you're saying thank you for hearing me, for responding, for helping my awareness connect again to the energy that permeates the whole universe. It's pure consciousness, it's awareness, it's love, it's expressions of that love, if you call angels. Come right now. Thank you. Come right now. Thank you. Come right now. Thank you. So many times a practice of greater awareness that you're not alone in this world is to set an intention that's something not so hard to accomplish in your meditation, that you want something to happen. And then when it happens that day, you say, thank you. I called and you came, which is happening right now, which is we call in that energy and we begin to feel our body responding, opening channels to receive the life force energy. In Christian terms, they often call this experience the Holy Spirit, calling in the Holy Spirit to bless us. Feeling that energy, calling it forth, feeling grateful. As you feel the energy, we're waking up, and our intention is to wake up the awareness and the channels in our body to receive the blessings. Using the fingertips in a room filled with light, in the darkness with candles. Last night, before bed, we were tired. My wife said, oh, would you light a candle? So nice to be in the dark. Imagine yourself in the dark, candles all around. In a sense, that's a metaphor for what we're doing today. We're going to go into the darkness, the places in our life where we forget that we're loved, that we're in the right place at the right time to take the next step in our growth. We forget. We think we're all alone. We think we have no support. That's the darkness. So in the darkness, we light a candle, and another, and another, and another. In your room of darkness filled with light, twinkling candles. Such a beautiful, beautiful feeling. So that's the feeling of light. We call that in. And whenever we receive more, the energy begins to flow, and then it hits blocks. It's like, okay, now we received as much as we can receive. It's flowing in. What keeps it from us from receiving more? And that's where we do a little healing work. And today our theme is feeling alone, feeling abandoned. And we want to find the emotions that go with that feeling of abandonment. By feeling the emotions and bringing the light to the emotions, that blocked energy is released. And to make it more real, more concrete, just imagine now the intent is as you feel abandoned, recall a time in your life. It could be now, it could be in your past, a time where you felt alone, unsupported. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know the next thing to do. There was a level of uncertainty, a newness, not sure. Go back to a time where you felt abandoned and give yourself permission to feel sadness, disappointment. This is not what I want. This is not what I thought would happen. This doesn't feel good. Recall a time when you were disappointed and give yourself permission to feel sad, to feel the pain of disconnection, feeling left out. Recall a time where you felt left out. Where you felt alone. Just dip into that in the past. If you're feeling it now in your life, dip into that. We call upon the angels and the divine to using these candles to take away this blocked energy. See, all negative emotions are just blocked positive emotion. It's our nature to feel joy, to feel happiness, to feel confident, to feel safe. All of these emotions, when they flow through, as we give to respond to the world, respond to situations. If we're unable to respond with love, our heart is closed, then you have the energy gets blocked. And by putting awareness on that energy, blocked energy, which is negative emotions, just bringing awareness to that, you can easily let it go, because that's our intention. Our intention is to feel the sadness, to let it go. And we don't have to do this all by ourselves. We call on our angels, we call divine God. For those that have a mediator that also works in this, if you believe in Jesus, come using this light, fill us with healing energy. Bless us. If you have any type of spiritual belief of an entity in some form that's positive, divine, dear God, through this entity, using this light, heal us today. And activate the fingertips to receive your energy and to take away the blocked energy of our sadness. Feel the sadness. Recall what happened. Imagine yourself surrounded by the candles of light. Using these candles, take away this blocked energy of sadness, of hurt, of not being seen, of feeling alone. Take away the sadness. So just imagine the energy going out your fingertips, out into the candles as they burn it away. and light, taking away the darkness. As with any emotion, if it's a negative emotion, there's always others. Just as you were getting a massage, you wouldn't want to just do your shoulders, but you do your lower back, you do your legs, your head. Same way, there's other emotions when there's sadness. Underneath the sadness that makes it feel painful, it tends to hold us to grip the sadness. Part of us doesn't want to let go of the sadness, just wants to confirm that I'm alone, no one loves me, I don't know what to do, been abandoned, I'm lost. Go back to many times in our lives. I know for me, as I just search inside and just ask the question, what makes me sad? Where's my disappointments? Go into the past. Because anytime you're feeling something in present, it has a charge to it, a stress to it. There's always issues in the past. And by going to the past, you go to the real source, or part of the real source. So go back to a painful or difficult time where you felt sad, alone, lost, abandoned. These are the different trials that we experience in life. And through feeling our aloneness, we can open the door to feeling our oneness. And just let yourself feel the sadness. Go a step below it and ask yourself, when you're feeling that sadness all alone, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And give it words as we feel the energy and we send it out into the fire, to the light. Take away, give us the awareness that we're not alone, taking away our fears. Imagine the energy flowing out as you feel fear. Feeling the emotion, giving it a word, giving an understanding, even if it's completely irrational, that's okay. Your mind can now process it. Say, okay, I'm holding on to this fear, but is it really true? I'm afraid no one will love me. Was that really true? Am I afraid I will fail? Is it really true? Or even if I fail, what will happen then? I'll learn something and I can take another step. There's always another step. I know in my own life and the life of my clients, I watch it. I take 2 steps forward. There's always 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So go to that time in your life where you're afraid. What were you afraid of? Sometimes just I'm afraid of the dark. Using the dark, using the fire in the darkness, take away the blocked energy of my fear. In one Tibetan tradition, they have the young meditators, they all go into the graveyard to feel the fear, but not act on it. Go into the graveyard, tell them there's spooks. Just don't move. And just feel the fear and let it go. Don't let the fear control your actions. Feeling the fear, take away my fear. Take away the thoughts causing my fear. Fear of failure. Take it away. Fear of abandonment. Take it away. Fear of loss. Take it away. Now, some of you may be looking at fears in your life right now, using the fire, take it away. And I suggest that as you feel that fear, take it away. Go back to a time in the past where you felt a fear. Go back to a time in your past when you were afraid and alone. And you didn't know that things were going to get better. You didn't know that you would adjust. You just feel that energy flowing out as you recall that time when you were very afraid in the past. Because in the past you did survive. You got here to now. So you can let go of that fear. But right now, in this moment, you are safe. So we feel sadness, we feel fear. Always behind fear is an awareness of what we don't want. And by focusing on what we don't want, we can then eventually shift to what we do want. And listen to it in your heart. So we'll begin using the fire to take away any negative emotions we have. Bring our awareness into a place of what is it I want? What is it I don't want? I don't want to be alone. I don't want to feel helpless. I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to feel pain. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be helpless. What else do you not want? I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be ignored. It's very powerful to feel I don't want. And that's bringing the awareness to where the energy is blocked. Energy flows when we feel what we want. But sometimes we need to feel what we don't want to be aware of the block, to let it go. So looking at what we don't want, now let's look at what we do want. We connect now to the positive energy in our soul, to the soul desires, what's most important, what you value, how you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have. Using the light, using the candles, now having drawn out the negative energy, bring back that energy, purified, to support us this time as we feel our desire for what we want. Imagine drawing the energy, more energy, in through your fingertips, into your heart. Just like we could breathe into our heart, we're breathing into our heart, the energy through our fingertips, our palms, through our elbows. Increasing the flow of energy coming in through your fingertips, to your elbows, to your shoulders, to your heart. In the darkness with the candles burning, using this light. Heal us today. Fill us with your loving energy. Bless us. Hear our prayer to what we want. In your heart, I want to feel ease. I want to feel safe. I want to be loved. I want to be liked. I want to be seen. I want to be successful. I want to be happy. Feel the desires in your heart. Oh, dear God, using these candles and this light, come, fill us with your love. Open our hearts to forgive. I want to let go. I want to be in the now. I want to feel the blessings that are in my life. I want to be able to fully feel the gratitude in my heart to be alive. What is it you're wanting? And feel the energy flowing in through your fingertips. Let desire pull the energy in, increasing the energy flow. And go to that time where you were feeling abandoned in your past. And imagine someone coming to you as this energy flows to you. Imagine that someone, an angel, a loving parent, a good friend, coming to you and say, it's going to be okay. I love you. I love you. Everything's going to be all right. I understand your pain. I understand you're sad. I understand you're afraid. You're not alone. I'm here for you. I'll help you. I'll help you. We'll do this together. I'll protect you. Imagine someone significant, like some presence surrounding you, blessing you. You're not alone. I'll guide you through your heart with each step. A reassuring message, a loving presence surrounding you. It's okay. I understand you're sad. I understand you're afraid. You're safe. We'll get through this together. And as you imagine that happening, back at that time, having someone come, give you a hand, give you love, give you support, give you encouraging words, feeling you're not alone. We take the energy up. We ask ourselves, if that happened at that time when you're feeling so sad, alone, how would it make you feel to have someone come and see you? How would it make you feel? Maybe you can remember a time when you were seen and heard and loved. How does it make you feel as you imagine getting what you need, what you deserve? Right now, take time to imagine having what you want and need, either at that time in your past or imagining it right now. What does it look like? What does it feel like? How does it make you feel? Your love makes me feel safe. Your love makes me feel I'm not alone. Your love makes me feel I can have what I need. Your love makes me feel I can have what I want. Your love makes me feel it's going to be okay. And this meditation is where we can bring it into affirmation. Makes me feel I am. Makes me feel I am loved. I am safe. I am seen. I'm good. I'm happy. I can. I can have more. I can do what I need to do. I can take that step. It's going to be okay. If I make a mistake, I can self-correct. I'm here in this world for a reason. Every day I'm growing. In the darkness, there's light. I am not alone. And I'm needed in this world. Imagine your hands filled with light and just be in this peaceful place. And we're just going to do the nice breathing. And as we breathe in, we imagine breathing in light, the light of the candles, and breathing out any darkness inside of us. Breathing in light, and breathing out darkness. Breathing in light, breathing out darkness. I am safe. Every breathing in, a positive affirmation. And as you breathe in, and you breathe out, you breathe out light. The darkness is gone. Breathing in more and sending out more. Breathing in more and sending out more. Let your awareness go to the center of your chest, to your heart. As you breathe in more love, imagine sending love out. And who do you need to love? Who needs your love? Think of the people in your life and send them this good feeling of love and peace, comfort. Just as you let go of feeling left out, alone, feeling a oneness, send that loving feeling out to the people you love, people you care about, people you work with. You are not alone. Breathing in and sending out. You are not alone. Breathing in, I am safe, I am loved. And breathing out, you are not alone. You are safe. I will help you. Who are the people in your life who need your love, who need your help, who need your kindness, who need your support? Feel the energy through your fingertips all the way to your chest, opening your heart like a flower, opening up more and more, radiating light out. Who are the people that need your help? Breathing in, breathing out kindness. Think of someone that you could be kind to. Breathing in love, breathing out kindness. Think of somebody in your life who needs to be seen, who needs a little encouragement, that they are not alone. They need understanding and kindness. Feel the depth of compassion in your heart for those who also felt alone. Let the energy flow out, and as the energy flows in, it flows through you. Imagine being just as the beautiful candles around you, that you are like a candle, a light, radiating out. And feel that flow of energy. Let it come up from the base of your spine to your heart and flow out. And let it come down from above to your heart and let it flow out. Like a rod connecting that which is above to the earth below, the divine forces of the universe flowing through you as a beacon of light. One of those candles radiating light into the darkness. Energy flowing up your body to your heart and out. Energy flowing down into your heart from above. Radiating out through you from your heart. And now go into the past and see yourself at that time of abandonment or feeling alone. Imagine you could go back into the past now and remind that little you, you're not alone. Everything will get better. And I'm here for you. I'll help you. I'll be your friend. I'll be kind to you. I'll help you. I'll guide you. I'll remind you that you are lovable. You're not bad. You're so pure. And now with your hands, put them on your heart and hug yourself and find something in your heart you want to say to that most vulnerable part of you that you begin to access and feel when you feel alone and abandoned. You're good enough. Everything's going to be okay. I love you just the way you are. What do you need to hear from yourself? I'll be kind to you. Everyone makes mistakes. Some nice words from you to yourself. And now, in this peaceful moment, just continue to imagine feeling at ease and comfort in the darkness with all the candles burning. Feeling love for yourself and love for others. And see yourself as one of those candles in the darkness, radiating light with so many others around you. And now take a deep breath. We're going to finish our meditation a little early today, just 50 minutes. Take a deep breath. Rub our hands together. Feel a little warmth. And when you're ready, you open your eyes. Put your hands on your face. Your eyes are still closed. At the count of 3, open your eyes. Feel refreshed. 1, 2, 3. Refreshed for a wonderful day of giving love and receiving love, being kind and friendly. So that was our today's meditation on healing feelings of abandonment, feeling alone, feeling disconnected. I want to touch your body. It says the best way to start my day. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. You're so awesome. Never forget how amazing you are. Thank you. I get to feel that way. I notice more people are joining our meditations. Be sure to share that with other people. Beautiful morning meditation. Thank you, John, for sharing your wisdom and healing energy with us. You know, so many of us will focus on the positive, but it's very healing to also acknowledge the wounds inside of us and share those. Thank you so much. Lots of love and gratitude from Egypt, from Hoda. Hi, Hoda, one of your Mars Venus coaches. And I'm going to be coming to Egypt next week. On the 26th or 27th, I'm giving a talk there. If you're there in Egypt, you can find on my website in the schedule. Thank you so much. Suzanne says that. Nicole says, thank you so much. Hopefully everybody's feeling more relaxed, more peaceful. There's Tangela. Hi.
Hi, John. Thank you for the beautiful meditation.
Yeah, so let's let everybody know that a few announcements. I have my class coming up in Marin County. We still have openings. People can come. October the 4th. It's an all-day Friday, all-day Saturday, and then up to lunchtime, and then 1 o'clock or so people can fly back to where they need to go. A wonderful class on relationships. Tonight we'll be finishing up our Relationship Mastery class. Mm-hmm. Theme for that is Secrets of Great Sex, Enlightened Sexuality. It's a fun talk. It ties it all together, what we've been learning. And for those of you that haven't taken the class, well, there it is, Enlightened Sexuality, the practical skills and insights for the multi-orgasmic couple. Mm-hmm. Not that every couple has to be multi-orgasmic. I don't like to be too goal-oriented in this. I remember once I was giving a class in Canada. The speaker before me was telling everybody how rich he was and how you could all make millions of dollars. And that just really wasn't there for everybody in the audience. It sort of didn't hit. I just want to make sure that, you know, being a multi-orgasmic couple, it maybe not be on everybody's list, but there's a whole range of how to have just making love and have it be enjoyable and have it be fulfilling. It's like meditation. You know, you can just meditate 20 minutes a day and feel really great. You can do it twice a day. You can go on retreats where you experience more. You can join us for these hour-long meditations. You know, this is taking it to another level, and it's all your choice. You know, we have many, many things that make us happy. I was having dinner with some friends last night, and they were all drinking. And they're Chinese people, and China, it's a big thing to drink a lot. I say, you think he's drinking? Oh, he's just drunk. He's just drunk, you know. And I won't say all Chinese people are that way, but this is very common in China. Men, particularly men, drinking and getting drunk. Oh, that's what we do. And it must have been at least 10 minutes where people were focused on me saying, come on, John, let me show you how to drink. You know, you should be happy. You can be happy. I probably didn't look that happy because I wasn't connecting with their drunkenness, but I was happy. You know, it wasn't like slurring my words, writing, you know, but everybody has their levels of happiness, and we should respect that, enjoy that, have our own. But to me, one of the most happy things, and what allows me to experience my life happier, is having a good meditation in the morning. It's just very important. And sometimes, well, every night I meditate before bed. It just depends on when my back gets sore, not sore, but tired. It's like falling asleep after I've meditated for a little while and I get tired and just fall down. There's no goal. My morning meditations, I do have my goals, about intention and purpose. And it's either just to go in the higher states of consciousness, which we do that. Those are my favorite things I do with everybody here. You can always go back to one of our other meditations where we explore the cosmos and become one with the galaxies and the universe. That's always my favorite. You have to do some work too. You have to connect with the emotional body and the wounds there and bring that light into our body. I suggest this is a great meditation to do whenever anybody's feeling, alone, helpless, powerless, abandonment. It's a good process to do. There's more to it. We explored the feelings of sadness and fear. I felt just to go to that level today, but sometimes you want to then go back further into times when you felt bad. And then those times when you're feeling bad, really what's going on is that you weren't being loved, and you need to give yourself permission to feel the anger. Sometimes when people get stuck in sadness or fear, they're not allowing themselves to feel anger because we're so spiritual. We're good at forgiving, but forgiveness is not 100% real unless we can feel the pain that we're feeling inside. Forgiveness, people say, "Oh, I'm done with the anger. I have no anger." Well, that's because you weren't in touch with it. But as children, if we were really feeling safe, and we don't as children, we would let ourselves feel angry at it. That's called tantrums, and how many parents wouldn't listen to a tantrum? But this is very normal in children, which is, no, I don't like this. I don't want this. Or I'm crying in the night. Somebody come get me. There's a certain point where nobody comes. We just stop crying in the night and being angry about it. We don't have the words for it, but it's in there. It's like a block. So a lot of us who, if there's sadness, usually there's fear. And when there's fear, there's always repressed anger. Fear is powerlessness. Anger is power. It's just the energy of power. It says, no, it's a boundary. I want more. And then we went into our wants to feel our desires for more. Because that is the magic. That is the magic, is listening to your soul's desire, is to feel that desire, to help, to be of service, to be seen, to be heard. These are all natural needs. And from those natural needs comes our soul's desire, which is where to focus our attention, where to take action, and so forth. And also a desire is what pulls that energy in so that we can give it out through our actions and the ways we react and respond in a more loving way. So we've got the class up there live with me October 4th through the 6th, a wonderful experience for relationship mastery. We've got our class tonight. We're finishing up. Maybe, I guess I'll do another one, Tangela.
Yes. So tonight is the last night for our relationship mastery class with John Gray. It's been an amazing 6 weeks. You can still sign up because you can join our last class live, and you can always watch the replays. John covered a lot of amazing information, and you can go back and watch the replays, and stay tuned for another session coming soon. And then, of course, you can see John live coming up in Santa Cruz, as well at the Soul Search Enlightenment Expo in Scotts Valley. And for details there, just go to soulsearch.io, Santa Cruz Expo. If you are not local, we do live stream all of the presentations, so you can watch John's class live on YouTube as well. So you can check back on there for the schedule, and you'll see the schedule on the website too. But and then, of course, join us every Wednesday for these Radiant Mind meditations. And we really encourage you to also watch the replays, because the replays are very powerful. Every week it's a different topic, and you can really dive deep. John, last week I redid the meditation from the week before, and it was amazing. And I think
Which one was that?
What was it? It was like we were like healing all parts of our body, and like doing a body scan and going
Body scans
through.
are really good, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love them. So yeah, and then last week we did an amazing abundance meditation. So I want to revisit that one this week.
Yeah, it's fun. We did 44 gold bars. So, the visualization is the offering. I want to mention to everybody, it's also even more powerful, or I don't know, it all works. But if you actually just take an offering, okay, it's like a fun thing. When I first started to turn on my fingertips was I would just sit in front of the fireplace and I'd light incense and throw an incense stick into the fire. You see, you're actually throwing something in. It experiences the energy going out your fingertips. You want to have this feeling of energy flowing out and energy flowing in. It's all about just in and the out. We'll be talking about that tonight with sex. It's all going in, going out, in, going out. And another one, I used to sit in the bathtub. I even did this with Oprah. Oprah did it on her show where she was in the bathtub, of course, with bubbles everywhere, and doing the meditation where you just lying in the bathtub. It can be in a hot tub. It can be in water. And you just sit there doing your meditation. Dear God, my heart is open. You please come activate my fingertips. And then you just have your fingertips right above the water. Right now, they just light on fire. It's amazing. And then there's, the other things I've done, which I've done some pretty far out stuff. But if I want to I go to holy places around the world. I used to do all these trips all around to all the holy places. And throw gold into the water, just little bits of gold, just throw it in, and throw diamonds, ground up diamonds into the. I did diamonds in the lake shrine, Yogananda Lake Shrine. So when you throw a bunch of diamonds, you grind them up, put a lot of energy into it, and then maybe just a little. I just did a lot and threw it in there, calling on the divine to come using these diamonds, use it through this water frequency. My hands just lit on fire. I mean, that was the beginning of real activation of all the channels in my fingertips. So, these are fun things you can do. As long as you can feel the energy and you can connect with it, you can improve over and over keeping the channels open. It's just the nature of life. If we don't don't use it, you lose it. So it's important to practice that. So you can use your mind and imagine that. But because I've been to all these places in the world, sometimes I'll do a world scan, and I'm having people, when we do those meditations where we expand out to different places, actually go to those places where, I'm going to be in Cairo next week. So I'll go to the pyramid again. I don't think I'm going to climb it this time. I've climbed the Great Pyramid twice. It's illegal, so you can't do it. Don't recommend to do it. I know the mayor of the town, and we would go up in a full moon and climb to the top. I did it when I was younger, when I was 21. And then when I was 41 or 51, one of those, I went back and I just stood in front of the pyramid meditating. And it was really cold. All the people in the little town there came and put blankets on me. They didn't know, who are you? What are you doing? But they were impressed that I could be in meditation for so long. And my intent was to climb the pyramid again. People say, what are you here for? I want to climb the pyramid. They said, oh, you can't do that. And then they brought me to this house so I wouldn't be so cold, where they had a deck looking over the pyramid. And it turned out that was the same guy. He was now the mayor that had brought me to the pyramid when he was younger. And I think we were both 50 at the time. We were same age. But he had not aged well. He says, I can't climb that pyramid anymore. I said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. He said, I'll take you to one of the smaller pyramids. I said, no, I got to do that pyramid again. It's meant to be. It's a full moon. It's exactly the same sign of the moon and everything. Time of the year is when 30 years ago or whatever it was. I think it was 30 years ago that we did it. And he did it. He can only make it up 3/4. It's a huge thing to climb that pyramid. It's these gigantic blocks. But anyway, you go to these places, you put forth some energy, effort. Even the pilgrimage to go to places is you're using the energy. Even when I do these meditations in the morning on Wednesdays, I prefer to do a little later, but I feel like, no, this is an offering. Put a little effort into something. It's an offering. You're making it important. You're making it special. You're not always just doing what you like, even though I like doing it, but still I could do it an hour later. But I thought, let me just do it, put a little more energy into it. That's the offering that we make in our actions and our behaviors. And the greatest offering, and we'll finish up on this one from my side, is the offering up of resentment, rejection, and finding forgiveness. This is what the world needs, is true forgiveness and letting go of hate. We see so much hate today. And when there's hate, you have to just feel it. Know it's there. It's pure blocked energy. The opposite of that is love, which flows. And inside that hate is fear, is anger, is sadness, it's guilt. It's our own issues that come up. So all those are opportunities for us to grow and with greater understanding. And the way I start out all my classes on Men Are From Mars is the importance of understanding how men and women are different, understanding why we react and think the way we do. Because when we don't understand, we judge. And my favorite example of that is, just everybody drives, there's times where somebody's not driving the way you want them to, and you look at them. For me, it's when somebody's going slow and I pass them, I look at them and there's this sort of, who is that person? And for my wife, when Bonnie was alive, she'd look at that person when they're zooming by, and we would laugh. I would laugh. I say, that's me, honey. She says, I know, but you don't drive that way with me. So I always take care of her when I drive. So, but the idea there is every time I would look and see someone, the annoyance, the irritation. And when I was younger, I feel hate, I hate this. But as soon as I could see the person, I would understand why they're driving slow. And the hate would go away. The annoyance would go away. The anger would go away. It's the lack of understanding. And I try to give a real concrete example for that. I think most people can relate to, because in my studies in the East, they always say the source of all suffering is lack of understanding. They use the word ignorance, but ignorance is just not understanding the way things work, the way things are, and the way people are. And so when you have that, immediately, when you understand, you don't judge. And when you don't judge, you can connect and you can feel compassion. You can find forgiveness. And in that place, the energy is flowing through, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to love. That's who we are, is we're loving, compassionate beings, happy and fulfilled. This is not that you're always feeling these things, but our thing is to culture that ability to feel it more and more. And we develop that by being in situations where it's not easy to be for compassion. It's not easy to be happy. It's not easy to feel safe. So this is what we're here to do, is to be challenged and come back to our power. And that's our power to make a difference in this world, to be helped and to help. That's really what we're all here to do. People ask, what's my mission? What's my purpose? Well, we all do have our special talents and so forth, and what we're here to do. We say that's our mission, but simple purpose. And if you start being purposeful, you find your mission. And purpose is to help or be helped. And to a great extent, let's say 60%, 80%, for every woman listening, your purpose is to learn how to be helped, not to help. Easy for women to help. You help too much, okay? Just learn how to be helped. And for men is focus on helping others, focus on helping your partner, finding people that need what you can offer. And there's always somebody that needs something that you can offer. So find someone to help, which is the whole foundation of relationship. All right, those are my thoughts for today. And I hope everybody to have a wonderful day. Cass says, thank you so much, John. You've transformed the way I see men in relationships. Thank you. A privilege to see you and have your time. We really appreciate you, Cass, in the UK. Hey, listen, I want to remind everybody, tell everybody our meditations. We're getting more people in our group, which is really fun to feel the group energy. Compassion is the key. It removes us from ourselves. Yes. That makes me want to launch into another idea here, which is just for a moment. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, okay, I have a few minutes. Is so many people talk about self-realization, and I am one with the universe and all that. And that's good. That's good. But just to know, that's just a step along the way on our journey towards our soul search, because the actual experience of the soul is no me. It's where you actually, the sense of self dissolves. There's no sense of self. And that reminds me, that's what compassion is where you move from within yourself to someone else or to what is. And that sense of no self is another stage of enlightenment. And then after you have self, the pure self, oneness, goodness here in the world, all this wisdom comes to you. Then there's and then there's a dissolving of the sense of little self. Then there's a no self, and then comes the other self. I use that phrase because it's so hard to describe the other self. The other self is right now, for example, as I start talking about the other self, the way it experiences is like somebody's watching me from behind, but that's my other self. It's the other self, which then brings us back to having a self again. But the self is that self which is watching me, which is when people talk about consciousness, just consciousness, and that self is divine, or what we call divine. And then from that self emerges desire, soul's desire. And it's that soul's desire that we want to access, as opposed to the desires of the senses. And the wonderful scripture in India called the Bhagavad Gita is a great phrase in there, which is that the senses have their own desires. And so you want to come back to the soul's desire, not be attached to the senses' desires. That doesn't mean you can't have, the senses are here, we're here to enjoy them, but don't be attached to things that make you feel awful later. Like all those people who were drunk. One guy couldn't even walk out. He had to sit in this chair. His wife has to drive him home. And but they're all like, I said, maybe he drank too much. Oh no, they're just all getting drunk, It's like, forget your problems, I said, well, there's other ways to forget your problems. To go through that. But anyway, this guy was 10 years younger than me and looked like my father. But my father meaning older than me. That's all. My father didn't look like that. Anyway, here we have another Mars Venus coaches. I'm so glad you guys are tuning in, and love the Wednesday meditations. Relationship Masterclass is priceless. My parents are in there too, healing their marriage. Thank you. That's great. That's great. All right. Let's look at this. Last week, I took a group of clients through the Radiant Mind meditation from the bath. Yeah, they loved it and surprised at how much more powerful it was in the water. I recommend to everyone to try. Yeah, it's surrounding yourself with the natural elements. You can do this in the forest as well. John, is it possible to clear your own biofield with meditation instead of tuning forks? Other similar procedures. I'm referring to the work of Elaine McCusick. It's a wonderful thing. That's another. See, there's so many different pathways, because what happens with your tuning forks, it's just a frequency. You're letting your mind tune into that frequency. And so now you basically, you can use tuning fork using this frequency. Using this frequency, activate the fingertips, receive the energy, heal my heart. It's, the simple way of putting this is Tesla said, I pick on this things that relate to my own experience, but he said that three main things is frequency, energy, and vibration. So the energy, we call on the energy of the divine, the life force, energy, frequency. We have to set the frequency. And then as you set, what frequency would I want to focus on? You see, just using the energy, resonate with a frequency, and that's vibration. And you can feel that tingling vibration to your whole body is vibrating. Today, it wasn't like I was feeling my whole body vibrating. I was more in a subtle body of the emotional body, letting it vibrate and heal in the love and the light. But many times we take time to do a body scan. So just allow all the cells, just like the cells in your hand begin to tingle, the cells everywhere in your body can begin to tingle by putting your awareness on them. It's just a matter of taking the time to put your awareness there. And it takes some time. But yeah, the tuning forks are a fun thing. Everything is frequency. This is Tesla talking, and this is now quantum science and so forth. It's maybe one day I'll do another meditation, which is the meditating on the lightness of the body, which is a wonderful one, which is looking at the relationship between your body, and in Hindu terms, it's Akash, space. And modern terms, it's quantum field. Realize that the body is all just space. This is what we found. You look at a microscope and you look at a cell and you see all this stuff going on inside. Take some water from the river and you'll see all these little creatures are in the water. These little microbes, everything's going around. We did this as kids, and then now we have some microscopes. You go into the body and you see in the cell all the little things inside of every cell. But go into those little things and you see there's more things in there, until you get all the way out inside of space. Is that all we are is this frequency and vibration of space. Okay, enough on quantum science. I'm not a quantum scientist, but I do know that a little of that. All right, everybody. It's been such a
Wonderful.
pleasure to be with you this morning. Tangela, thanks for putting these things together. I see more notes coming in, but I love hearing them. Knowing and learning compassion is freeing. I have an MA in gender and work as an organizational development lead, and I'm coaching leaders about the exact topic. It's not about us, it's about them. Oh my gosh, somebody who has an MA in gender. Uh, uh, and you're listening to John Gray. Well, you're the enlightened gender teachers. This whole idea there is no gender, it's just what you decide. That's taking us in the wrong direction. It's very, very confusing to the soul. We need truth. And I guess with that, which when gender is teaching us that men and women are the same, or that you can just choose your gender, these are just not true. We have a thing called your man and your woman, and sometimes you have a little bit in between. But people get confused because as a man, and when you have higher consciousness, this is a good lesson. Everybody should know this. As a man or as a woman, when you have higher consciousness, you're able to access both your male and female side. The soul is both masculine and feminine. The soul is androgynous. The body is not. The body is not. It can have androgynous features. I can be so feminine. Okay, all this. I'm very, very loving and tender. I'm sensitive. I have emotions. I'm very intuitive. These are all my feminine qualities. If you actually feel my skin, I have the most soft skin nobody can imagine. When I get massaged, people go, "My gosh, your skin is so soft." Even my feet are so soft. My wife is so jealous. So, but I have a lot of feminine qualities. I'm very androgynous in that sense, but I'm very masculine. Okay, see, I'm anchored in my masculinity, the qualities of masculinity, which is, I'm like solid rock, not just muscular wise, but 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 my commitment, my strength, my steadfastness, my loyalty. There's a lot of masculine qualities of responsibility, reliability, commitment, achieving my goals, persistence, not giving up. And of course, we look in this more the psychology. It's my not complaining, not overreacting, underreacting more so than overreacting. Whereas for women, it needs to acknowledge the overreacting versus the underreacting. This is who we are as human beings. Men will tend to underreact and come back into balanced reaction. If I'm overreacting, I'm way too far on my female side. And women, they get icy cold. Okay, that's their underreacting, and that's the danger zone for women. Go back to the overreaction place, and from there you come back into balance. So this is the real gender science, is to realize how men and women approach things and need to approach things differently to honor the biology that we're in this body. And so when you support that, and of course, that's our whole presentation for those that haven't heard it, all about our hormones, because the thing where we can really differentiate men and women is how our hormones regulate our body in such a different way. And those hormones, they affect our moods, they affect our desires, they affect our health. It's not the only thing that's different about men and women. It's just it shows up as that which motivates our mood and our attitudes, our behaviors, and our happiness is all regulated by where hormones are. If you're producing chronic stress hormones, you're not going to be happy. And when you basically, if you're a woman and you're making more estrogen than testosterone, the right balance, not how much, it's the right balance of your female and male side, then your stress levels go down. And we can measure that. And women, when their estrogen levels are low, they'll be stressed. If their estrogen levels aren't lower than they need to be at that time, then if they're too low, they're stressed. If they're in a normal place, if they're really high and she feels she's not alone and they're really high, she'll be ecstatic. That's what an orgasm is, which is doubling her estrogen levels, along with when a partner is doubling your estrogen levels. That's what an orgasm is. And for a man, an orgasm is when his testosterone levels are super high and his estrogen is super high. So I got off track there. I want to give people the space to go back to your lives, but now some people go, I got to go here, but I don't want to miss out what John says. Okay, so I'll just finish it up. The soul is both masculine and feminine. Now, why do I say that? See, none of the things I say are based on what I read in a book, although reading a book is very validating to what I feel and experience. I'm just sharing with my life experience. But one day I was just meditating and this loud voice just spoke to me. I'm not one of these people that hear voices or anything. I used to when I was younger. I would sit to write. I'd hear all these voices. I said, no, 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 no. I don't want anybody else talking. This is me, my higher self, nobody else. But on this day, I know people channel and they channel. I just not a channeler. I just have myself, and that's my approach. And but this loud voice spoke to me, and it said, "Hi, John." That was it. They just said my name, and but in the tone of voice, it was when I experienced the massive masculine power and strength, and this beautiful, soft, beautiful feminine energy. And it was beautiful. It was powerful. It was amazing energy in the voice. I said, okay, that's the soul talking. And that was a glimpse of what our higher self is, basically, or the energy of God, whatever, both masculine and feminine speaking. So our job as men is to be grounded in our masculinity and then integrate our feminine energy. And for women, our journey in this world is to be anchored in our lessons to be feminine and then anchor our masculinity into that. And one of the ways that looks in a practical sense is my femininity. If I'm a woman, is the part of me that needs help. And the masculine part of me, if a woman, is to ask for it, to motivate others to give me what I need. And think about your ultimate power as a woman. If we think of just the extremes and realize we're all a balance of both left and right. But if we look at just the power of femininity versus the power of masculinity, we've lost in our planet right now the power of femininity. What we have is empowerment for women is helping women, supporting women, and being masculine, which is okay. Masculine is good, but you want to not forsake your feminine. And so the balancing factor there is where you're depending on someone in order. You're taking charge to find the right situations, to set up the situation where you can get what you need. So solving the problem of getting what I need, solving the problem is your masculine, getting what I need is my feminine. And for me as a man is being worthy of offering my help to someone. I have to prepare my own self so that I can provide for somebody's needs, which is always the key. A man first has to be able to support himself before he can be with a woman. He has to feel good about himself to what he does in the world, his work. So he's not depending on the woman to feel good about himself. So he needs, and that's the same for women as well. We have to first find fullness within ourselves, and then we get more from the relationship. Anyway, some thoughts to consider today is for women learning to ask for help, not doing it all yourself. That's female power. Female power is I don't have to do everything. Male power is look at everything I can do. And so if you look at the extremes, male power is look what I can do. And for women, it's look what I don't have to do. I can get other people to do for me. Now, of course, you want a balance of those two things. And every unique individual has their own balance to achieve in life. There's not one way for everybody, but there is the biology. We want to integrate the spirit into the matter, into the biology. And if you have female biology, you have to honor that and then go to your male side to find balance. But what we end up doing is going to our male side and how to come back to it. And for men, go over to your female side, do what you like, do what you enjoy, and then don't go too far. That's getting drunk. Instead, come back, be moderate, moderate. Middle way is always the best way. All right. Tangela, see what happens is I know you're feeling the time is passing, but you're also smiling. So it just keeps me talking.
Well, I love listening to you. And of course, we have people still commenting. Wayne saying hi from Ethiopia. And, everyone really appreciates all of your wisdom and knowledge. So thank you for sharing. And even This Life 78 saying, I totally agree with you, John. But then I ask, where are all the masculine men? Women nowadays are in the masculine sometimes because men are in their feminine. We definitely spoke about this a lot in our class.
We definitely spoke about that a lot, but there's another side to that point. When a A man's in his feminine, a woman goes to her masculine. But look at the logic. If a woman can go to her feminine, a man would go to his masculine. We're interdependent, and you can look at the chicken and the egg. All I know is, for me, if I want my wife to be more feminine, I have to become more masculine. And we learned all those different biohacks to do that in our sessions, our 5 sessions so far. And if I want my wife to be more feminine, I become more masculine. If she wants me to become more masculine, she focuses on using me. It's a little different. She uses me to become more feminine. It's very key, is that men need to be used, whereas women need to be supported. If we simplify it in these terms, of course, I'm benefiting greatly by having a happy wife around me. So I have my priorities. My wife always says to me, "You're just so generous." I say, "You're so selfless." I go, "You have to get that I'm also very selfish. I want a happy wife. I know what it's like to live with somebody who's not happy. So I'm going to do everything I can to have a happy wife." And it doesn't take that much more energy, or even takes less energy for me than struggling and arguing and being upset and pouting, and all that stuff. Such a waste of time when it's an easy solution. And we covered this for you guys listening. Just don't talk or talk less. Ask more questions, show more interest, and always trust that when the tornado comes, it passes. Just don't jump into it. Don't get into it. Everything's swirling around in a woman sometimes. Just don't go there. Just try to be understanding and try to relate in some way to the emotions of what she might be feeling. And it just gives me such an awareness that most men don't have, which is, you don't have to fix her. Nothing's broken over there. She's doing what she needs to do, which is to process what's going on. She may not be as graceful as she could be, but it's not going to last forever unless you keep interrupting it and you try to fix her. The same thing with women trying to improve men. We can do it ourselves with love and support, and it's a gradual process. So I'm just reading the nice note there. I'm learning from you, and Tangela, thank you so much for your leadership. And thank you, Tangela, for your leadership. Tangela works really, really hard, not just supporting me and putting me out there and supporting all of you with her events, and so many people she takes really good care of. You're just like amazing person. And
Thank you, John.
so much. Yeah.
Thank you. It's my pleasure and honor to be able to work with you and everyone else. And I also love seeing all the comments coming in from everyone around the world too. So it's great just to see and feel how connected we all are together. So thank you for bringing us together, John, and bringing us through this meditation and talk today. For those of you who will be joining the class tonight, we'll see you all at 5 p.m. again, Pacific. And John, thank you. We'll see you later this evening.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Love and blessings.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 a.m. for the Radiant Mind Meditation with Dr. John Gray, the #1 trusted relationship expert, the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. What many people don't know is that John Gray spent 9 years as a celibate monk and the personal assistant to the founder of Transcendental Meditation. During this time, he learned powerful meditation practices and techniques, which he has developed and refined for the last 50 years. He now brings us his resonance, wisdom, and energy every week on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. on the Soul Search Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and YouTube. Join us every Wednesday.